Welcome aboard, race fans, here to Nashville Super Speedway, and Hannah Allen is on pole with Tim Fiegel on her outside there. Scott Roush in that second row, sitting in third with Bradley Bishop Jr., the defending winner, coming into this race in fourth. And then you got Corey Williams rounding out your top five. Pace car is off. 75 laps of action here at Nashville. Who will climb on top? Let's find out as the pace car is off the field. Down the front stretch they go, and the green flag's going to wave. We're under the lights here at Nashville. Through turn one they go. Fiegel way up the track there in the marbles. That's gonna cost him. They're already 3 wide down the backstretch. Anthony Marchese trying to get as much track position as he can. And again, when you get on those new tires, everybody's gonna be scrambling for track position as the field rounds turn number 4 to start lap number 2 of the race. Hannah Allen's gonna lead them down. She's gonna lead the first lap, while Corey Williams goes at it for the runner-up spot, running in second. Roush sits in third. And here comes Corey down on the inside. Anthony Marchese battling with BBJ. Ian Dutta trying to march his way forward. 3 wide again down the back straightaway. This time with Sean Angel making his return after a horrific crash in New Jersey. The 44 team is back on their feet. And Angel's trying to get around Vance Codwell. That's just a little bit in the outskirts of the top 10. Noah Hart's trying to claw his way forward. Here comes Vance Codwell down the middle. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. Coming into turn number 1, and the 24 car sends it in the corner. Caldwell's gonna pass Ben Jacob, but washes up the hill because here comes the 8 car yet again. Jarek Gross threading the needle between Ziemba and PJ Williams as the field, the mid-pack getting very feisty. A little bit of a breakaway early on. As you see there, Lane Sanders making his first start for the Roush family organization, getting now swept in a 3 wide situation. Caution out on the racetrack. Looks to be some issues. Looks like in turns 3 and 4 maybe. And there's Samuel England. A lot of damage to his car. Not sure where the smoke came from, but we're going to have to wait and see as the field is going to bring themselves down for the caution flag here tonight. So Julio Cesar was on the back bumper of Tip Foster and just got into the quarter panel of his teammate, and then Tip just hitting that apron, sliding up the hill. There's only so much you can do with trying to reduce the momentum down the apron, then just slides up into the path of Samuel England. No place to go, and into the outside wall they both go. Heavy damage to the front side of the 23 car. That Red Bull machine, who's trying to make their first start with that entry specifically, is not going to end up well in terms of really potentially a solid run for that team. Also wanted to note, Nicholas Guerrero had a pretty good save. As a result, getting clipped there. Close shave for him, but not so much for Tim Foster, as the back end is pretty much destroyed on that Monster Energy machine. Hannah Allen's going to lead the field down to the green. Corey Williams sits second. Scott Roush in third. Anthony Marchese, though, spun the tires in the background there. And here comes the rest of the field filing behind him. White goes down the inside to Tim Fiegel, and that's going to cause that 43 car to stumble just a tad there, while Ian Dutta files behind that number 11. He's going to try and push his way forward. That inside line is a little bit powerful on those restarts, but once the tires die down, it's very hard to pass these drivers left and right. Tire saving is pretty big here at Nashville. Scott Roush now goes for the runner-up spot. 3 wide in the back there you see between Diego Yepes, Julio Cesar, and look to be Gatlin Downey for the briefest of moments. But Scott Roush tries to hold on to P2 while the battle is on. Vance Codwell, who's sliding up a little bit of the hill there, and here comes Jet Porkins down the inside. He wants to get inside that top 10. And car number 41 now trying to hound 2 AFRT cars on that top side. And Jeffrey White moves down to the bottom of the racetrack on Anthony Marchese. The battle for the top 5 is heating up already here on lap number 9, soon to be 10. And Anthony Marchese, though, fighting his ground on the top groove. Here comes Fiegel back down to the bottom. Noah Hart, though, trying to lurk his way inside the top 10. Conwell's down trying to find the middle. He goes through the middle, and it's going to be 3 wide off of turn number 2. Noah Hart's going to be the one on the inside. Codwell in the sucker hole, and Angel up top. 3 wide into turn number 3. Codwell still holding his ground, nobody giving an inch as Angel slides way up the hill, and that's going to allow Codwell plenty of breathing space as he zooms his way to the outside, easily passes the 12 and the 44 and fends off the 12 to say the least. And Codwell on the charge. He's now up to 9th, and what a season could be if he could turn it around. And this could be the race where this 24 team could really find some good fortune. Bradley Bishop Jr. is now in 34th place, right behind Bobo Jones and Cal Farrell. He's already closed in on the two of them. Remember, he did pit under this yellow, so he's got fresh rubber tires to say the least on those Goodyears. Plenty of life left as he goes to the outside, trying to get creative, makes it 3 wide off of turn number 4. But looks like he can't really make it stick. Bobo Jones holds his nose down the bottom. Cal Farrell stuck in the middle. And BBJ hits the wall a little bit into turn number 1, trying to get as much racetrack as he can. As Cal Farrell slides up the hill, you can tell his car just a little bit tight off of turn number 2. And look at BBJ giving him a nice shove down the backstretch, just what he wants to see. Wants to get that 31 car out of the way, shoves him out of line. Here comes Justin Johnson and Kev Shear. They almost went 4 wide for a moment there. And Kev Shear wants to make it 3 wide all round. Justin Johnson and Cal Farrell alike. And look at Patrick Smith in that 29 car. They're wanting to have a little bit of a tussle up here in terms of the back half of the field. There you see also Stratus the Pyre not having the most stellar runs in the 56 machine. And also Peter Onjek in the Red Bull Toyota. Not the best of runs for him, while his teammate of James Ellison is trying to work his way inside the top 20, just past Brandon Cresta for the 23rd position. James Ellison's car has been getting better and better in this run. Might not be a race-winning car, but could be a very good car to get in that top 15 if things go in the right direction. But looking at the midfield though, great battles all around. Joseph Swigley on the inside of Cole Baker for the all-important, I believe that's the 16th position. And the 22 car goes down the inside. William Brock, Baker's teammate, also moves down to the bottom, with PJ Williams also stuck underneath there. Lane Sanders making his first start with the Roush family team. I probably mentioned that earlier, but that Conway machine already showing some great results off the bat, just like that for this 60 team. And momentum and change is what this Roush family team wants, and so far so good for this 60 machine, as Julio Cesar makes it 3 wide on Ellison and Gross. And Gross gets stuck up top. Ellison now down to the bottom, has the dominant line, or the preferred line to say the least. And here he comes around the 28 car, but Caesar holds his ground off of turn number 4, still side by side. And there you see Lane Sanders trying to pick which lane he wants to go to, and Caesar, he blocks the top side, but Ellison moves down the bottom. And Ian Dunn is blowing up, and that's going to be huge in the championship fight, as the old Spikes machine is going to be behind the wall just like that. Horrible break for Ian Dutta, bad run at Sebring, not the best run at Talladega, and now a run like this is going to knock him out of the race early. Back up front, Hannah Allen continues to lead over the Curtis Racing cars of Williams and White. They've both actually gone around Scott Roush, and Roush now trying to take third back away, or really fourth back away from Anthony Marchese. Tim Fiegel also trying to just really watch those two battle hours. He migrates down the inside. Sean Angel not too far behind his teammate Conwell, running in the 7th spot. And here comes Noah Hart into the picture, that 12 car, looking very strong on the radar so far. He's actually got the quickest lap. I thought he actually didn't for a moment, but he got the quickest lap right now, 29.330. And that 12 car looking very good for the Fisher Motorsports camp, though there were rumors that Noah Hart wanted a better team, a more competitive team that could win races on a daily basis or a weekly basis to say the least. And the Dairy Queen machine now going down to the bottom of the racetrack underneath Sean Angel. Look at Jack Porkins though, filing behind. He's lurking inside that top 10. And Tim Fiegel though now on the bumper, now to the inside of Scott Roush for the 4th spot. Roush holds his ground up top. He's going to go full on defensive mode, and that's how aggressive Roush is as the driver. Fiegel holds his ground, he's got the nose ahead off of turn number 2. And look at everybody else though, all going down to the bottom, and that's how it shows that everybody wants to be down there once the tires wear down. Roush up top though, will he have the momentum off the corner? Looks like he might be able to. Noah Hart wanted to make it 3 wide for the briefest of moments there. And there you see Hart just so strong in this run. He saved his stuff. Now making a move to the inside. Conwell gets stuck up top. Angel down to the bottom. You can just see the momentum off the corner. Angel got him backed his corner up. And down the backstretch they go, side by side. Conwell stuck in no man's land up there, but not necessarily in the end for Conwell to say the least, because you can again see that momentum off of turn number 4 you can get. But really, this doesn't really seem to be as good as that inside group so far. But right now though, Sean Angel on the move, Tim Fiegel on the move, as well as Anthony Marchese. But nobody's really been able to challenge that 0 car so far, but the Curtis Racing cars are willing to try and maybe change that. Battle for 5th heats up. Anthony Marchese down the inside. Angel giving him one heck of a push off of turn 2. Hart also getting pushed by Conwell right behind them. And that's how strong the push is into turn number 3. Conwell pushes him up the track. 3 wide into turn 3. Conwell tries to press the issue. But Noah Hart just has the momentum off the corner, has the exit speed that time around, and Noah Hart's going to defend this position successfully, and now making a move on Tim Fiegel and even more. Marchese stuck up top, Hart down at the bottom. That Toyota has come to life, as we said. The fastest car on the track, 29.330. That's the quickest lap time so far in the race. And now making a move to the inside. RJ Bishop shoving Jack Porkins out of the way, trying to get inside the top 10. What a run for this 99 team. And for RJ Bishop himself, that is a huge confidence booster. With Ian Dutta out of the race, this is their only car left in the event. And what could be a solid day for them if they could find a top 10 for RJ Bishop, that would be impressive for his very first start here in the FBRL. Noah Hart, though, finally getting around Anthony Marchese there. That is for the 6th spot. But in terms of the top 3, though, they are long gone. 1.55 seconds here. They approach lap traffic for the first time today. That's Samuel England, that 23 car. Remember the damage he got on lap number 3. They all migrate down to the bottom of the racetrack into turn number 1, and they all hug that yellow line. That's where they want to go. England gets out of harm's way. Very cooperative from the youngster himself, and they're still all tucked in line. Corey Williams now on the back bumper of Hannah Allen. Will he put the chrome horn to that 0 car? Into turn 3 they go. You see the damage switch kicking in the lights there off of 4, so apologies for the technical difficulties, but Hannah Allen still fending off the 14 and the 11. Those 2 cars behind them are ferocious. Corey now down the inside, has a nose underneath that 0 car. Allen shuts the door, and Jeffrey White's gonna try and pounce on the outside there, but just couldn't get the momentum off that corner. And just like that, Hannah Allen's gonna hold on to her lead for the time being, while Corey Williams and Jeffrey White are gonna try and duke it out for second. But look who's not too far behind him. Scott Roush in that 4th position, now trying to close in on the top 3. Good run off of turn 4 by Corey Williams. Down the back bumper of Hannah Allen, swings down the inside in the Bass Pro Shop car, looking for the race lead, as now he has clung on to the bottom. Allen up top, fighting back. Great valiant effort by her so far as they're side by side down the back straightaway. Jeffrey White, though, now pushing his teammate to the bottom, trying to help Corey Williams out as it moves down to the inside. Curtis Racing versus CM once again. Allen up top, though, still clawing her way, trying to find the grip on her Goodyear tires. And she's still side by side with Corey Williams, as Williams is going to lead the lap that time around. Here comes White again down the bottom. He's just really watching these 2 go at it and wanting to join in on the party. But look at the gap from 4th on back. It is decreasing here. Scott Roush loves what he's seeing, as well as the rest of the pack. They want to see these leaders go at it. Corey Williams is going to clear Hannah Allen down the backstretch. And into turn number 3, they're going to go. Jeffrey White's going to try and do the exact same thing. And off of turn number 4, Curtis Racing 1-2 with Hannah Allen dropping the 3rd just like that. But look who's reeled them in. Scott Roush, Codwell, Angel, Hart, Fiegel, Bishop, and Marchese. Your top 10. They're just all so close together. And if they stop battling it out, this could be a very exciting race before we head to pit stops. Allen now wanting to put a response back, now does the same move Corey Williams did earlier to her. Down on the inside, she's going to go on Jeffrey White. White gives her the space, and off the corner they're going to go. Allen's got the run off of turn number 2. Roush and Conwell, though, just observing the battle in front of them. They're just trying to really just save their stuff, thinking of the big picture right now, as Noah Hart tried to get around Sean Angel there earlier in the screen that you saw, but just couldn't get there. But White holding his ground up top, but Roush and Conwell, they're going to be wise about it. They're going to stick their noses to the bottom and potentially send it in the corner. White stuck up top, Roush now through the middle, maybe trying to find the middle groove, stays to the bottom. And now willing to help his teammate out is Scott Roush to Hannah Allen. So the teammates working together in this race so far, despite them battling it out in this run. They're still willing to help each other out, so they each can really benefit in terms of track position. Conwell, though, now at the bottom, sticks his nose towards the quarter panel. The Fanatics machine. Hart, though, falling a little bit backwards here. You see Tim Fiegel going at it between him and the 12, with RJ Bishop just quietly in that top 10. Another driver trying to lurk his way into the top 10 as well is Jack Porkins in car number 41. That peak antifreeze machine has been quite on the radio, looking very good in this long one. You see Ross Jackson in that 12th position. Alex Benyakos had a bit of a forgettable run in that 13th spot. Then you see Bishop Jr., remember, new strategy with that 45 car. They're in 14th, Julio Cesar running an impressive 15th. Then you got the midfield here still going at it, Edward Ziemba 16th. Then you got Baker 17th. Looks like you see James Ellison going at it with Joseph Strigley willing to help that 2 car out. They're running in 18th and 19th respectively, and then the battle for 20th is on between William Brock, Gross, and Guerrera for that 20th spot. Top 20s are pretty good for a lot of teams all around. James Ellison finally getting around Cole Baker. That's going to be for 17th. Edward Ziemba, again, as I mentioned, needs a better run than that. Tim Fiegel, though, now side by side with Noah Hart. Once again, these two have been sparring partners in this race throughout. But you see, look at the breakaway, though, they've had as a result of battling it out. Tim Fiegel, though, trying to really find something around Noah Hart. But Noah Hart, just look at the momentum. He got in the center of the corner there. Hart's got a really strong race car, as we mentioned, and he's going to get that momentum off of turn number 2. But into 3, they're going to go. Fiegel, who just still has that advantage. Jack Porkins, though, just reeling in those 4 cars, battling it out. It's double final, 2 rows deep, with Porkins in hot pursuit. Roush now up to 2nd, White up to 3rd, and Angel up to 4th. As Hannah Allen continuing to drop backwards here, her tires are starting to degrade in that IKEA machine while others are starting to kick in here. They found some grip, Hannah Allen has not. But meanwhile, the breakaway, though, is still pretty big. Tim Fiegel fending off Noah Hart and Anthony Marchese while they're having a miniature battle back there. Jack Porkins has allowed himself to reach near that top 10 area, currently running 11th right now in that number 41 machine. Still double file, though. Jeffrey White down the outside groove. Angel to the inside is going to take 3rd quite easily away from that 11 machine. But here comes Hart and Fiegel. Pit stops have begun here at Nashville. They only need 1 stop to make it to the end of this race, and Tim Fiegel and Hart are going to be the first of the top 10 to come down pit road to take tires and gas to top off. There's Diego Yepes coming out of his stall there. Has not had the most gracious of days, has not wrecked the car, so that's good for this 09 team. But right now, Hart coming to his stall, Fiegel now coming to his stall as well, and the matter at hand is, will the undercut be the most efficient way in gaining track position, or will the overcut be the most beneficiary out of it? That's going to be the real question here. The Hydra cars all coming down together. They're literally all running close together in this race, so that's going to be a great team effort for them. As there's the Ellison coming down, there's RJ Bishop, Anthony Marchese coming down. Ooh, man, close shave between Austin Rogers and RJ Bishop. That was a close shave. Joseph Strigley coming out of his stall. But a couple cars, there is Hart and Fiegel. They're going to be together in this race, so that's going to be pretty much the deal to look out for, maybe in this case. There's Porkins coming down pit road in car number 41. There's White, there's Roush. But so far, Corey Williams still staying out on the track. Is this the right call for car number 14 or for Hannah Allen's case in car number 0? There is Garrett Sidner coming off of his stall in car number 61, having those fresh Goodyear tires in that striker machine. Allen now brings it down to pit road. Williams continues to stay out. PJ Williams trying to get a lap back here. Corey now stuck on the upper groove, though, and that's going to cost him a lot of time here. Corey Williams needs to get a big gap, getting held up by Tim Foster in this case. Meanwhile, where's Noah Hart and Tim Fiegel? There's Roush coming out of pit road. White coming out of pit road as well. This is going to be the battle off right now for the time being if Corey Williams pits once things die down. There's Sean Angel, though, zooming his way to the outside groove, and Angel's gonna actually beat those two off, so the undercut strategy looks to work out. Fiegel passes Jeffrey White there, and the 43 car now up to speed. Look at the momentum he's gonna have off of turn number 4. Great run off the corner, down on the inside of Scott Roush. And that 3 car's going to give him plenty of space. Roush is trying to get the tires warmed up here. Now to the upper groove he's going to go. And there's Hannah Allen in the picture there. They're going to pass by that 0 car quite easily. But Sean Angel might be the net leader as of the moment. Based on how things are panning out, the undercut is the way to go. And here comes Fiegel, outside run. Nicholas Guerrero really got in the way. He's on way older tires. And look at Scott Roush taking advantage. Fiegel gets boxed in. uses the 05 car as a pick, and Roush pushing Sean Angel to the point, but now pushing Angel into turn 1. He slips up the racetrack, and here comes Scott Roush down on the inside. They passed by Corey Williams without much effort there, and Williams is going to lose a lot of track position. You see him in the background. He's going to lose out to RJ Bishop and others. And Scott Roush now, your net leader at the moment. Again, we have yet to see the 05 car pit. There he goes down pit road. Jack Porkins now on the quarter panel of Hannah Allen. Inside goes the 41 car. And Jack Porkins' car has come to life here at Nashville. This 41 car looking very good. Vance Conwell now around Noah Hartford position. That is for the 7th spot. That could be more once things, again, the pit cycle finishes off. Scott Roush still looking to be your net leader right now. And off of turn number 4, we're going to wait for timing and scoring here. Alex Benyako battling Hannah out in the background there, but looks to be Scott Roush right now. Bishop Jr. actually still staying on the racetrack, so I think that strategy call they're trying to pull off with that 45 team. Not sure where he is at the moment. There he is, actually. So actually, it's now going to be Scott Roush leading the way here with Sean Angel second, White third, Conwell in fourth, and Tim Fiegel rounding out your top 5 as he gets boxed in a little bit behind Peter Ronjak. But that is your top 5 at the moment, with Noah Hart sitting in 6th, Marchese 7th, RJ Bishop Jr. in 8th, or really RJ Bishop, excuse me, in 8th, and you got Jack Porkins in 9th, and Hannah Allen in 10th, while really her and Alex Benyako are going at it for the time being. Corey Williams stuck all the way back outside the top 10. That's how costly the strategy call was for the Curtis Racing camp, and they're going to have to do some reevaluation after this one if they don't come off this race with a win. Corey's going to be very disappointed, to say the least, and that itself would be an understatement. While Roush has been pulling the gap over Angel and White, the battle for the 8th position has been heating up. 3 wide off the corner. Corey Williams stuck in the sucker hole there. RJ Bishop down the bottom. Alex Benyako trying to close in. Oh, Hart slides at the racetrack. 4 wide in the corner, almost 5 wide in the corner. And Peter Ronjak has to get out of harm's way. And that was an extremely close call by the racers there. That could have been disastrous. What a sensational move. That was some intense racing into turn 3, and that could have been big out of that. But luckily, no caution out of that. Noah Hart, though, is going to be the big loser out of that because of it, as the CM cars and Curtis Racing zoom by that 12 car. But man, what could have been a disastrous wreck waiting to happen. They all kept their P's and Q's all together. But Noah Hart, though, dropping all the way to 9th as a result of it. Let's see, actually, based off the scoring, he might be a little bit outside the top 10, or maybe running in 10th as a result of it. No, he's not. He's running 11th as a result, but close shave all around. That could have been a yellow, just like that. Here's another angle of the battle here for 7th, and it just was so intense. I still can't believe it. I'm at a loss for words, to say the least. Look at Corey Williams. Huge run on the outside groove. Sign drafts Hannah Allen down the backstretch. And then watch Alex Benyako in that black machine. Hart slips up the hill. Allen tries to fill the gap. And man, Alex Benyako just clipped the quarter panel, and that just could have been horrific to watch. But Corey Williams was the big gainer out of all that. He was the beneficiary out of that Bass Pro Shots machine, but still a shock just like that. I haven't been that entertained since that Road America move back then from last season, where they were almost 5 wide into the corner, 4 wide into a narrow sector on that straightaway into the first corner. But man, some intense racing here in the late stages at Nashville. Jack Porkins is trying to claw his way into the top 5 in the middle groove there, trying to find some clean air, but here they come towards lap traffic. Johnson, there's Bobo Jones and Samuel England, and here they come. Marchese gets shoved out of line, and that actually might help this 9 car here, because look at the gap there. That's going to be plenty of space for Anthony Marchese. Porkins down the inside. Fiegel trying to find the bottom line with Vance Conwell not too far behind. But Porkins has got to shove these lap cars out of the way. Bobo Jones and Justin Johnson keep their noses down the inside. Bobo slides up the hill. Justin Johnson slides up the hill, and Porkins in the back of the 63 machine. And look at Anthony Marchese splitting the middle, trying to get past both of them with one stone. And Anthony Marchese zooms his way to the outside groove, and that's just what that 9 car needed. He needed plenty of breathing space, but Corey Williams and Cavo not too far behind. And really, Porkins getting very impatient, gets shuffled up the track by Vance Conwell. Porkins down the middle, and Conwell couldn't make it stick off of turn 4. And that's going to actually help Jack Porkins. That bump and run actually might have helped him instead of hurt him. And Porkins now pulling away from Vance Conwell and the others as Corey Williams trying to get some lost time regained in that 14 car as he sits in that 8th position, stuck behind Vance Conwell. Great defense all around on the racetrack. Well, back up front though, there's Sean Angel just sitting there in that 2nd spot. 1.11 seconds is the gap between him and Scott Roush, but Roush has been able to really get past lap cars a little bit easier than expected. But we got a car slow on the racetrack that looks to be Nicholas Carrera. He's getting hit by Kev, and into Sean Angel's path. There's Coben Black, no place to go, and it's chaos here at Nashville. Hannah Allen just plowed into the side. She's got heavy damage to her race machine, and oh man, Nicholas Carrera just slammed in the back end of the Zero machine. There's Jack Porkins, he's got damage to his car, right front damage, and for other teams, these are free points, free positions, just like that, gifted to them as the caution's gonna come out, and this is going to change everything in this race. On lap number 63, Scott Roush had a 3.51 second gap as a result of that yellow, but now it's going to disintegrate here, and Roush is going to have to hold everybody off within these final few laps. This actually all started in turn 3. Tiff Foster was trying to come down pit road, came down on PJ Williams into the path of Nicholas Carrera, and for some odd reason, there wasn't really a caution flag. You see the green light still out as Brandon Crest had a really close call there. Luckily, his car was not destroyed, but you see the downtrodden 05 car just down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get out of harm's way. He still keeps it down the inside groove, but watch Cap Shear in the picture. He just sees him too late, tries to get down the apron, just runs out of space into the path of Sean Angel, who's running very good. Coben Black just piles in there, and then there you see Hannah Allen just hits the quarter panel of the 51. Jack Porkins just barely clipped, I believe, Coben Black's car as well, and then just like that, a caution comes out, and then Nicholas Carrera just runs into the back end of that Zero car. Oh, Joseph Strigley actually got a little piece of the damage as well. He actually got left side damage as a result of that, and well, the matter at hand is how much will it hinder the aerodynamics of that Toyota Care machine? That's going to be the real question, but Jack Porkins, though, was so unlucky out of this as well. A lot of good cars taken out just like that, and as I mentioned with Scott Roush's lead, it's going to evaporate, and it's going to bunch everybody up once again for a late race restart. Nobody went bold and went down pit road to take Goodyear tires, but Scott Roush leads over Jeffrey White and Anthony Marchese to start lap number 67. The laps are winding down and the heat is rising. Green flag in the air once again. Roush, excellent start there. White's got to navigate his way around lap traffic, but Anthony Marchese is going to abandon him out of line. He's trying to fend for himself, and you can't really blame him. He shoves Gatlin Downey up the racetrack, and here comes Anthony Marchese down the inside. Williams giving him a nice shove off of turn number 2, and down the backstretch they're gonna go. Julio Caesar getting turned off of turn number 2 back there. He's in the backstretch there, and here he comes up the racetrack, right into the path of Strigley, and hard into the outside wall they're gonna go, and the caution's gonna fly out once again. And Julio Caesar got so much momentum down the backstretch and just couldn't slow down in time, and clipped Joseph Strigley, who was running inside the top 10, and Diego Yepes got a snippet of the wreck as well. Tough break for those 3 drivers, especially for Joseph Strigley, who was having a very promising run in car number 22, but just like that, Roush is going to be jammed up again, but he's got a lap car to sandwich him from the second place car. So right now though, Roush leads, as we're going to have to take a look for the replay to see what happened. You see Jarrett Gross just got into the quarter panel of Julio Caesar, and Caesar goes all the way down the backstretch trying to get the car under control, and by then you have so much momentum you're trying to slow the car down, and then he just slides up the hill. And watch Joseph Strigley, just an innocent bystander, does not expect it whatsoever, and then it just slams the outside wall, and Diego Yepes gets some right front damage as a result. Shade Eves with some side damage to his 81 machine, who was having a very solid day in that Wyndham machine, but it's not likely going to be the case here today. But Joseph Strigley's run of a top 10 goes down in smoke. It will be a 4-lap show to decide it all. Scott Roush leads, Marchese second, Williams in third, with Codwell fourth, White fifth, Fiegel in sixth, Benyako seventh, RJ Bishop impressive run in eighth, Hart ninth, and Bradley Bishop Jr. rounding your top 10. William Bruck, though, coming down pit road, might have a mechanical issue, so big heartbreak for him. He was 13th coming in to this race, really running at the time. And here they come. Pace cars off, green flag in the air. Roush did not have the best of starts, but Anthony Marchese did. Here he comes down the inside, around Patrick Smith, the divider to say the least. And here comes car number 9. Anthony Marchese is hungry, and he's hungry for more. Off of turn number 2, he's going to clear Patrick Smith off the corner, but Corey Williams is going to roar his way right past that 29 car with ease, and now make it a 3-car race for this race lead. Off of turn number 4, they're going to go. Corey Williams now side by side with the second place car. This is crucial for Scott Roush. He really needs the gap to extend if he wants to get his second win of the season. Corey down the bottom just sends it into the corner, has the run off, and Corey Williams down to the runner-up spot. Marchese drops to third, and now Corey Williams is up to the runner-up spot. And does he have enough to put the pressure to Scott Roush, or will Roush be able to successfully fend him off? That's the real question here. Williams, as they roar down the front stretch here with only 2 laps to go in the race. Roush leads, Corey Williams in second though. 0.28 is the gap between him and the 14. Roush off of turn number 2. Really good corner that time around, but Corey Williams has just better entries in that 3 car. Into the corner they're gonna go. Watch Corey, sends it in the corner underneath. Got the run off the corner, here he comes. Off of turn number 4, they're gonna fly. The white flag is going to fly. 1 more lap to go for Scott Roush here at Nashville. Into turn 1 they go. Corey Williams has closed in the gap by only 0.03 of a second that time around. Off of turn 2 they're gonna go. Roush just has to nail 3 and 4 perfectly, or else Williams will be there on the attack. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Williams trying to have 1 final lunge. Does he have enough? No, he's not going to be able to. And off turn number 4, it's going to be Scott Roush that's going to take the checkered flag and win here at Nashville Super Speedway. Remarkable race for Scott Roush, and the crew chiefs. Really, the crew chief of that 3 team is going to have a big raise here tonight, because that was a brilliant strategy call to pull the undercut. They out-strategized the field, had a great long run at the end, made the final adjustments to make that car oh so perfect. And Corey Williams, after a bad strategy call from them, finishes second. But what could have been for this 14 team but CM Racing once again being the force to be reckoned with here in the Hardee's National Series. They've gotten all of their wins with Scott Roush, Alex Benyako, and John Art. Hannah Allen has yet to find that taste of victory lane here so far this season. But the matter at hand is when that 0 car is going to get it. But looking at the rest of the field, 3rd through 10th, Anthony Marchese 3rd, Jeffrey White 4th, Tim Fiegel in 5th. Then you got Alex Benyako 6th, RJ Bishop, impressive effort for the TPR team, in 7th. Then you got Bradley Bishop Jr., the defending winner from last year, in 8th. Vance Codwell in 9th. And how about Cole Baker rounding out your top 10? What a race to be reckoned with here. A lot of action all around throughout the midfield and the front pack, and some crazy wrecks at the end to spice things up for Scott Roush, and he held off a hard-charging Corey Williams to find victory lane. Congratulations to the 3 team on their victory. Let's look at the race results, and as always, thank you for tuning in.